SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
In the headlines, Vincentians turn out in their numbers in protest against a challenge to the country's anti-buggery laws. Grenada government and teachers union sign agreement for salary increases. New revelations from first public hearings paint damning portrait of U.S. President Donald Trump. And in sports, Lewis hits 6 sixes to give West Indies a winning start to their 2020 series against Afghanistan. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Thursday, November 14, 2019. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. The SVG Diabetes and Hypertension Association today hosted its 5th symposium in commemoration of World Diabetes Day, observed under the theme, The Family and Diabetes, with the tagline, Diabetes, Protect Your Family. The aim of today's symposium was to raise awareness on the impact diabetes have on the family and the role the family plays in the management, care, and prevention of this non-communicable disease. In her remarks at the opening ceremony of the symposium, President of the SVG Diabetes and Hypertension Association, Rosita King, defined diabetes as a serious, chronic, and costly disease which imposes lifelong demands on the person living with the condition and their family. She said that in the region there are more than 19 million persons living with diabetes, and if something is not done to prevent or educate people on diabetes, the figure will continue to increase.
An estimated 463 million adults, that's in the world, aged between 20 and 79 years are currently living with diabetes. This represents 9.3% of the world's population in this age group. The total number is predicted to rise to 578 million, which is 10.2% by 2030, and to 700 million, which is 10.9% by 2045. The estimated number of adults aged 20 to 79 with impaired, those are persons with impaired glucose tolerance, is 374 million, 7.5% of the world population, and it is predicted to rise by 454 million, which is 8.0% by 2030.
King said that everyone should take their health very seriously and do all they can from becoming a diabetic, noting that diabetes is responsible for many deaths in SVG.
Diabetes will cause in 2019, 3 out of 4 deaths was due to diabetes. And those persons were under 60 years. Again, this year we will have about 3 to 4 persons dying due to diabetes, and they will be under the age of 60. 1 in 9 lifeboats are affected by hypoglycemia in pregnancy. So if you notice, the figures are high, and if you ask about St. Vincent, I remember hearing Dr. Ned say we have about 1 in 9, and which means that it's every out of 9 persons we have persons with diabetes. And I am asking all of us here to live a healthy life, and to do that, simple things we can do: regular exercise, limit your alcohol, healthy diet, take your life and your health seriously.
The president of the Diabetes and Hypertension Association said it is important that persons living with diabetes get full support from their family.
Is to assist. And one of the roles I really want to say this morning is the role to assist with foot care. Because we recognize that in our country we have too many persons who have amputation. It's either a toe, all the toes, or a limb, or more than one. So we want to decrease amputation in our populations in Vincent and the Grenadines. You have heard the foot health practitioner, and she will speak about it later today. So one of your roles is to assist to make sure that those feet are inspected every day. You can assist by doing it for them, or you can assist by holding the mirror. But your part is to make sure not only the feet taking their medication, making sure they have the meal. So that is why we invite the family to be here, so that they will have the knowledge to go home to assist with the care.
In other news, the 26th meeting of the Council of Ministers of CARIFORUM opened here today and broadcast to member states via video conference. SVG assumed chairmanship of CARIFORUM in June this year. As chair of CARIFORUM, SVG is required to host the meeting attended by Director of CARIFORUM and his delegation. Speaking at the opening ceremony today, Minister of Agriculture Subota Caesar said that the conference will address important issues requiring urgent attention, such as Brexit, a member state readiness to implement the CARIFORUM UK agreement, and negotiations on the ACP-EU agreement, and more.
Ministers will receive and discuss the reports on each agenda item and take the required decisions to give guidance on specific issues. I humbly submit that we remain focused and strategic in our approach as we discuss this agenda before us, and we're prepared to engage with our partners both in the region and in Europe. The CARIFORUM EU EPA forms the basis of a mature relationship between the two sides, encompassing a trading regime which is not only geared towards trade in goods, but also trade in services, investment, trade-related issues, and development cooperation. As we go into the discussion of the substantive agenda items, I wish to reiterate my call for us to work expeditiously to ensure that the discussions are meaningful and results-oriented.
The Christian community turned out in their numbers today to give support to a march and rally hosted by a group of churches under the umbrella Christian Coalition SVG to highlight national issues of social and moral concern, including the challenge to the country's anti-buggery laws. Larissa Pogsy Kidd tells us more in this report.
You will tell them the truth. And this evening we're not here to fight against flesh and blood, because this is a spiritual war we are engaged in.
In the essence of this challenge, we are calling upon to call a wrong right, and to call what is wrong permissible and allowable in the guise of human rights.
Pastor Frederick Brown and Mandela Peters, speakers at the rally held at Heritage Square following a march around capital Kingstown, which drew a large crowd. The march and rally was hosted by the Christian Coalition SVG, a group member made up of several churches. They were out in the numbers highlighting what they say are national issues of social and moral concerns under the theme, a call to righteousness, calling our nation back to God. One of the issues being highlighted is the current court challenge to SVG's anti-buggery laws. Before making their way to Heritage Square for the rally, those in the march who were decked out in white gathered in front of the courthouse building where prayers were offered. Peters, who is a lawyer and a member of the Christian Coalition, strongly believes that the buggery laws in SVG should remain unchanged.
Research properly. But when our criminal code was enacted in 1988, we would have been an independent nation since 1979. England would have repealed their buggery laws already in 1967. Yet the independent Parliament of St. Vincent and the Grenadines chose to let buggery remain on our law books. I believe it is because they saw that this was a moral law, this was a righteous law, this is a health law. But now moves are being made to strike these laws down from our law books.
She highlighted the dangers of buggery and the health risks involved.
Buggery is anal penetration, and God did not design the rectum for sexual intercourse. Even if you put the Bible aside, look at our bodies, look at our anatomy, look at our physiology. Nature itself tells you that the rectum was not designed for sexual intercourse.
The lawyer focused on the love for people, noting that being candid about the issue should not be deemed as hate.
Rights and rights, but we need to get down to the very act, the very behavior that is unhealthy, it's dangerous, it's immoral, and should not be promoted at all. But some would want to say that what I'm saying is hate speech. But it's not hate, it's love, because I'm telling you the truth.
Prayers at the rally were offered by Monsignor Michael Stewart, Stephen Oliver, and Pastor Adolph Davis.
And so the church must understand it's time to evangelize. Oh, the days for sitting down and keeping quiet, it has gone.
The legal team who are representing the Christian Coalition in the court challenge were also prayed for. A number of persons who participated in today's march and rally say they were happy to be part of the event.
For our nation, I stand here for my children's children. I have 4 children, and I'm not just standing here for them, but I'm standing for their children's children.
I knew what is going on. I know the consequences. I knew exactly what is going on in our country, and we're trying to be on fire for God.
Because we have to really secure our young people. This is not just about the older adults, this is about the young people and the future of the young and the children. And so I'm here to fight for our young people and the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Very important. God is in control, and we have to stand for righteousness. Amen.
For SVG-TV News, Larissa Pugsley-Kidd.
At the rally, Pastor Adolph Davis of the Methodist Church said the family in SVG is under attack, hence the number of problems in the society. He said that God created family and its foundation has been shaken, especially now with the LGBTQ community.
It has been shaken because of several things, but one of them I have to highlight is the LGBTQIA plus agenda. Now that's serious thing, you know. It is an attack on the family, my brothers and sisters, when you give permission to same-sex relationships. It is an attack on the family when you teach our children that you could have 2 daddy and 2 mommy. What kind of craziness is that? It is an attack on the family when you watch our innocent children, boys and girls, and you watch the boy and say, now because your body looks so mean, you're a boy, you know, you might very well be a girl. It is an attack on the family when we deliberately sabotage the principles of procreation. You're 2 men, you know they can't make children. They just have to borrow other people's child. 2 women can't make children.
Reverend Davis also addressed the issue of negligent parents whom he said seem not to care about the welfare of their children. He also touched on domestic violence and abuse.
On the family when the woman wouldn't leave the married man alone. I didn't hear amen for that. It is an attack on the family when mommy and daddy can't get over themselves for the good of the children. And so you got so much stories where mommy and daddy fight one another and cuss one another. It's wrong. It's an attack on the family when we encourage daddy for go drink and behave stupid and go slap up mommy. It's wrong. It is an attack on the family when mommy slapping up daddy too. It's an attack on the family when we have we children and them go for there by mommy, then go over by daddy, then go back by mommy, then go by granny, then come back by daddy. That's not right. That is not how God intended for it to be, by strangers. In fact, hear me well, it is an attack on the family when our children's primary babysitter is a tablet, TV or cell phone.
The Methodist minister called on all Vincentians to return to their Bible teachings and become prayer warriors.
I'm a family that... So I want to challenge those of you who are here right now. Make it your business to ensure that your family start back to or continue to pray together. All families need to start back worshiping together. Daddy, don't carry them, don't send them, go with them. The big man's supposed to take the lead. Our families need to be grounded in the word. That's how God designed it. That's why the first thing God gave the family, Adam and Eve, was the word.
The local news will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
Local news sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
C-Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products to furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Breaking news! The greatest tile sale in the history of St. Vincent is back. With more, here's Thin Set Rowdy Face.
Thanks, Juan. Yes, free tiles for Christmas is back at Island Style Interiors, and there's real excitement in the air. Get this, buy 100 tiles at the regular price and get up to the next 25 tiles absolutely free.
Wow, that is a great deal.
Sure is, Juan. My wife's making me buy tiles right now before they sell out.
Vincent? Oh well, this is Juan Cool Guy signing off and heading to Island Style in Arnos Vale for free tiles! Wait for me! Yay!
The tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport will be the venue for the biggest political party celebration in our nation's history. This Sunday, November 17th, the Unity Labour Party says, let's get busy!
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Lift up that beat. It's a mammoth celebration of a party continuing to push steadily forward. 25 years of constant building. It's the ULP Silver Anniversary. Comrades of Labor, come out in your red and Be a part of another chapter in our party's history as we busy ourselves towards the next milestone, the ULP 5th term in government. 5 in a row. Forward we go. There'll be celebratory speeches from our comrade leader, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, and other members of the party. And look out for the best in local artists from the campaign trail. And to bring the curtains down on the celebration, we welcome back the dynamic reggae recording artist, Busy Signal.
It's been a long time. We don't have no vibe like this. Reggae music again.
Comrades of labor, come out. Let's celebrate. Let's get busy. This Sunday, we rally together from 5 p.m. The usual transportation arrangements will be in place through your constituency councils. It's the ULP 25th Anniversary Rally on the tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport, an ocean of red. This Sunday, comrades of labor, let's get busy.
It's a wonderful feeling. A wonderful feeling. Yeah.
Search for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up. Start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. Making the most of the season. So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
Welcome back. In more local news now, we hear that students from 32 schools, 18 primary and 16 secondary, along with 4 persons in the open category, are showcasing their creative ideas which could solve many of the country's problems at this year's National Science and Technology Fair. At the fair mounted at the decommissioned E.T. Joshua Airport compound, several projects are on showcase, highlighting ways to utilize local resources to generate cleaner energy, improve productivity in the agriculture sector, and dealing with some of the impacts of climate change. Coordinator and Education Officer responsible for science, Juanita Hunt King, said the science fair presents an opportunity to harness the unlimited potential of the youth. She said she was impressed by the effort put in by the participants.
Well, the theme for this year's science fair is turning problems into opportunities using scientific strategies. And the general trust with this science fair is to get students to think more optimistically. Not only students, but persons in the society. Everywhere in the world has problems, and there must be solutions. And when we can come up with solutions to local problems on our own, that means that we are making a step in the right direction for the development of our country.
Hunt King said a lot of work was put in to ensure that the students were adequately prepared for the showcase, which led to a number of quality projects.
This year we made a special effort to ensure that the students did improve the quality of their exhibits. We provided them with ample notice about the fair. They had maybe like over a year of notice. They were given the theme way ahead of time. They were given, each school was provided with a science fair handbook, which contains information on just the guidelines of how the fair would be executed. We also gave them some how-to tips, how to choose a project, how to carry out a project, and how to present the project on judging day. So we are confident that we have done a lot of work to improve the quality of the fair, and we're reaping the results right now.
The fair will wrap up tomorrow with a prize-giving ceremony at 10 a.m. and the education officer said the public will have some time to view the projects at the showcase.
I think that we could have a little bit more buy-in from other entities. We have to remember these are the nation's youth. I would like more persons to come out and see what the students are presenting so that they can also have a listening ear, a voice. They have great ideas and they need to be heard.
The unique ways of recycling waste and how to generate clean energy represent just a few of the ideas which the primary school students have on showcase at the fair.
It's about stop surge and how you can stop the storm surge from flooding the low part of the land.
So what would you do to stop the land? You would put baskets to prevent the water from coming up?
Yes.
So when the water comes forward, it will be broken by the baskets?
Yes.
My project is about reusing conch shells. So I use the conch shell to make conch shell blocks and tiles, and you can make jewelry from them, right? Yes, so you see I made a walk party. You can make a walk part from it and all of that. All the jewelry and stuff.
Alright, so you think reusing the conch shells will help to protect the environment?
Yes, to clean up the beaches, protect our environment in the Grenadines from all the littering with the conch shell and getting more space for people to swim, relax and other things.
The secondary school students are also showcasing some unique ideas using local resources. Two of their experiments include using Sagassum seaweed as a fertilizer and agricultural produce as a dye for fabric.
Went to the beach, collected the seaweed, dried it for 5 days. Then I collected the cow manure. Then I take some compost. Then I made a mixture of all the different types of fertilizers. As you can see, this cup contains the soil with the compost. This one contains all the nutrients. This one contains only the seaweed with the soil. This one contains the cow manure. This one is just soil only. As you can see, the one that contains the natural fertilizers had grown to be the strongest and the most healthiest because it contains the most nutrients.
My hypothesis was that the antibiotics would have a lesser volume in the balloons, as antibiotics has properties that will kill off bacteria, and bacteria is a microorganism, which is basically a microbe, and that the vinegar would strive because, once again, dishwashing liquid also kills germs, which is another microbe
microbe in the soil. But at the end of the 3 days, we noticed that the dishwashing liquid, however, has a greater volume of air inside of the balloons, because as microbial activity occurs, the gases are produced. So the higher the volume of air in each balloon means that the microbial activity, higher percentage of microbial activity throughout. We can then take from this project also that we should be mindful of how we discard all different substances, as it can have a negative effect on the microbes, which are very important microbial activity and growing plants.
4 persons are competing in the open category. Our news team caught up with one of the participants whose display illustrated the incredible power of heat energy. His display was a unique mix of the different forms of matter, as well as a practical presentation on what plasma is and how it can transfer energy. Here's a snippet of his presentation.
The final part of my project is just to illustrate here what I actually have a mechanism to illustrate plasma, and when I release gas into this into the tube and then ignite it, you could actually see the gas turning into a plasma effect. It's just going to take a bit of a while here. Right, so that light effect that you see is the gas turning into plasma, and then if it enters the tube, right, so that was just a little mechanism to show you the gas turning into plasma, and as it enters the gas tube, it just and meets air, it gives you a little explosion.
That was the local news. Grenada government and teachers union sign agreement for salary increases. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was the local news segment.
The Everready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Everready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Everready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Everready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grounds 453-2089.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They call General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Why not just go to Gibson's Building Supplies?
Here at Gibson's, it doesn't matter if you're building, renovating, or just shopping to improve your home. Because this Christmas, Gibson's Building Supplies has all that you need. With 25% off selected doors and tiles, 20% off paint, and 15% off store-wide. Many more deals to come. So why feel like this when you can feel like this? So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
A vast cross-section of Vincentian consumers decry the abuse they experience from businesses, be it banks' imposition of user fees, utility companies, internet, cable, funeral services, supermarkets, and more. Are these fees justified, or are Vincentians being overcharged? Who, if anyone, is looking out for the consumer's needs? What protections are in place to facilitate improvement and redress? Is customer service in SVG a priority? Join our live program, The Viewpoint, on Sunday, November 17th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on SVG-TV and Magic 103.7. Or view our live Facebook stream on SVG-TV News and be a part of the discussion by calling the hotline 458-0088 or WhatsApp 530-8962. Moderator, Mr. Ronnie Daniel. Panel, Mr. Nathaniel Williams, former Director of Trade. Mr. Anthony Regisford, Executive Director of the SVG Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Mr. Rommel Currency, Officer 2 in the Ministry of Trade. Sponsors, General and Maritime Agency, Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, the Cruise Ship Terminal, Salt SVG Limited, LA Unique Upholstery, Fanfare SVG, and Supreme Trading. The Viewpoint, sharing our thoughts, speaking our truth.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In our news from the region now, we heard that teachers in Grenada will receive 4% wage increases over the next 3 years, beginning January 2020. The agreement was inked on Wednesday between the Grenada Union of Teachers and the government negotiating team. We hear more in this GBN television news report.
The wage increases covers the contract cycle 2020 to 2022. It will see 4% increases over the 3 years. The deal was signed between members of the government's negotiating team, the GNT, and the Grenada Union of Teachers, the GUT. However, GUT President Lydon Lewis says they look forward to Budget 2020 to see if any implemented fiscal measures will affect teachers' spending power.
We need to pay attention to the upcoming budget to see what measures are there are within the budget that we can monitor as a union and bring some understanding and probably explanation to our members as to how it would affect them. Because this is one of the issues that workers have, our members have, that whatever may be given may be taken away. And I believe that government can assure through its budget presentation that this is not what is going to happen.
He says the union is also keeping a watchful eye on the handling of the docked salary and pension issues pending.
We believe that when these two issues are resolved successfully, teachers would be very happy and they would be even more contented with the 4% increase. So if we could find a path where we can work towards the return of the docked salaries in probably in a Christmas package, and going forward with the issue of the pensions, then I think that workers in Grenada would be satisfied that this is a caring government.
Head of the government negotiating team, Minister Oliver Joseph, in speaking to the tone of the meeting, says it was successful.
That's how you get a settlement in a negotiation, because if both parties decide they're not meeting, then you cannot get a settlement. So both parties worked very hard, and from the government point of view, we are very pleased, we are satisfied with the outcome that we have arrived at, to the point where we can sign off today and have predictable salary increases for the next 3 years.
St. Lucia's opposition leader, Philip J. has pledged that the Labour government will make budgetary allocations for crime prevention programs to tackle crime and violence on the island. Pear, who called for all hands on deck in crime fighting, argues that the authorities must ensure equal justice for all and rule and law. We hear more in this HTS News Force report.
Leader of the parliamentary opposition, Philip J. Pear, has warned against what he says is the politicization of crime and violence. Speaking at a town hall meeting in New York City on the weekend, the political leader of the opposition, St. Lucia Labour Party, conceded that he does not have all the answers and will take the advice of the professionals in the criminal justice system. The Castries East MP also pledged that if elected to govern, his administration will earmark appropriations for wide-ranging crime prevention programs.
When we get into government, we'll ensure that there is a specified budgetary allocation, a percentage towards crime prevention, crime reduction, and the strengthening of the judiciary system.
The SLP leader, who is running on a platform of anti-corruption and good governance, warns that no one is above the law. During the question and answer segment of the town hall broadcast on Facebook Live, he cautioned against the practice of keeping political score, citing the importance of the rule of law.
We know that the crime, and that is why you never hear us say, you never hear us blame any particular minister or government for crime.
In Trinidad, the police service says it fully supports the amendments to the country's bail bill. During Wednesday's weekly police media briefing, head of legal Christian Chandler said the amendment is necessary as it seeks to address the illegal possession of high-power guns in the country, like a AR-15 assault rifle. We hear more in this TTT News Online report.
Legal at the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Christian Chandler, said the amendments to the Bail Amendment No. 2 Bill 2019 would not only address firearms for the purpose of trafficking, but also the possession of prohibited weapons like the AR-15 assault rifle and other illegal weapons like grenades and rocket launchers.
We are advocating for the amendment of the legislation. And let me say from the outset that there is, in fact, a war on crime. Our society is dynamic and ever-changing. And as such, because it is so amorphous, our laws have to change to reflect the circumstances within our society.
In the proposed amendment, bail will be denied for 120 days to anyone found in possession of illegal weapons.
Because some may say, well, it is a form of punishment to have someone incarcerated for a period of 120 days and they have not been found guilty of an offense as yet. But we must look at what is the purpose. The purpose is to act as a deterrent for the recidivists, those who would commit these offenses and come back and commit the same offenses again.
Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith said on a recent trip to the International Association's Chiefs of Police, the chiefs could not understand why this country would try to justify the bail denial.
They just could not believe that a country could try to justify someone held with an assault rifle, something that can kill hundreds of persons, that we are trying to justify the right of a criminal over the rights of law-abiding citizens to live. The fact of the matter is that these weapons as well, this is also going to cause havoc to my police officers.
That was all news from the region. New revelations from first public hearings paint damning portrait of U.S. President Donald Trump. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have have 10% off for seniors. Children under 3, we're here for your convenience. Prescription services, leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112. There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Ready Cash is having the biggest cash loan sale of the year. Interest rate slashed by over 20% just in time for your Black Friday and Christmas shopping. Unbelievable rates and hassle-free service. It's our biggest loan sale of the year just for you. And that's not all. No security required. Get cash within 24 hours or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Dare to compare? Act now. Offer ends November 29th. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Couriers Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean Mountains of Colombia.
Cold Cafe.
We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters.
Cold Cafe.
Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world, available in classic and decaffeinated, a rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% Colombian coffee.
Cold Cafe.
Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cold to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Let's go further afield now. The U.S. House Intelligence Committee yesterday opened historic impeachment hearings to investigate whether U.S. President Donald Trump and his allies abused the office of the presidency in an attempt to strong-arm Ukraine into investigating his political rival, former Vice President Joe Biden. The day started with never-before-heard revelations. We hear more in the CNN report on the big moments from yesterday's hearing.
Committee will come to order.
The momentous hearing gavelled into session.
The impeachment inquiry into Donald J. Trump.
Right out of the gate, a new revelation from the most senior U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, Ambassador Bill Taylor, about President Trump's priorities in Ukraine.
In the presence of my staff at a restaurant, Ambassador Sondland called President Trump and told him of his meetings in Kyiv.
Taylor testifying that an aide overheard a call between Trump and the U.S. ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland.
The member of my staff could hear President Trump on the phone asking Ambassador Sondland about the investigations. Ambassador Sondland told President Trump the Ukrainians were ready to move forward. Following the call with President Trump, the member of my staff asked Ambassador Sondland what President Trump thought about Ukraine. Ambassador Sondland responded that President Trump cares more about the investigations of Biden, which Giuliani was pressing for. At the time I gave my deposition on October 22nd, I was not aware of this information. I'm including it here for completeness.
That incident taking place just one day after the infamous call between Presidents Trump and Zelensky, in which Trump asked for a favor and for Ukraine to investigate the Bidens. Taylor and George Kent, a Deputy Assistant Secretary of State, over the course of half a day laying out for lawmakers what they saw and heard as the Trump administration held up military aid and dangled a White House meeting while demanding political investigations.
I encountered an irregular, informal channel of U.S. policymaking with respect to Ukraine, unaccountable to Congress, a channel that included then Special Envoy Kurt Volker, U.S. Ambassador to the European Union Gordon Sondland, Secretary of Energy Rick Perry, White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney, and, as I subsequently learned, Mr. Giuliani.
Democrats pushing on what the goal was.
What interest do you believe he was promoting, Mr. Kent?
I believe he was looking to dig up political dirt against a potential rival in the next election cycle.
I agree with Mr. Kent.
Taylor also mentioned another call that he had himself with Sondland on the 1st of September, right after the Ukrainians learned that the aid was being held up.
During that phone call, Ambassador Sondland told me that President Trump had told him that he wants President Zelensky to state publicly that Ukraine will investigate Burisma and alleged Ukrainian interference in the 2016 election. He said that President Trump wanted President Zelensky in a public box by making a public statement about ordering such investigation.
Both men making clear how unsettled they were with the rogue Ukraine policy and the demands on the Ukrainians.
It's one thing to try to leverage a meeting in the White House. It's another thing, I thought, to leverage security assistance.
As a general principle, I do not believe the United States should ask other countries to engage in selective, politically associated investigations or prosecutions against opponents of those in power.
Republicans blasted the hearing. The GOP united in their defense that the president never actually demanded investigations.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Budgemart's Big Sellout is back with the best deals for you. 3-liter classic kettle was $47.95, now $35.95. Wok pan with glass lid was $80, now $60. Juice jug with glasses was $14.65, now $11. 6-piece bathroom set was $60.50, now $45. Water jug with glasses, now only $18.95. Animal pancake pan was $10, now only $7.50. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. All these deals and more at Budgemart. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
The local weather forecast, it is cloudy, winds northeast 15 kilometers per hour, temperature is 27.3 degrees Celsius, relative humidity is 82%. The barometric pressure is 1011.4 millibars, 24-hour rainfall 1.8 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature is 29.7 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 22.9 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 5:35 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:03 a.m. The forecast, it is partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with showers. The synopsis is surface to low level shear line will be affecting the islands.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Budgemart's big sellout is back and still has the best deals. Baguette bread pans now only $29.95. 5-piece cake pan set was $84.90, now $63.70. 4-piece non-stick cake pan set was $55, now $39.60. 3-piece non-stick pan set was $29.20, now $21.90. Short motion bins was $297.55, now $223.15. 6-piece aluminum pot set was $4.50, now $3.50. Tall motion bin was $423.64, now $317.75. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
The tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport will be the venue for the biggest political party celebration in our nation's history. This Sunday, November 17th, the Unity Labour Party says, let's get busy!
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Lift up that beat. It's a mammoth celebration of a party continuing to push steadily forward. 25 years of constant building. It's the ULP Silver Anniversary. Comrades of Labor, come out in your red and be a part of another chapter in our party's history as we busy ourselves towards the next milestone. The ULP 5th term in government. 5 in a row. Forward we go. There'll be celebratory speeches from our comrade leader, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, and other members of the party. And look out for the best in local artists from the campaign trail. And to bring the curtains down on the celebration, we welcome back the dynamic reggae recording artist, Busy Signal.
It's been a long time. We don't have no vibe like this. Reggae music again.
Comrades of Labor, come out. Let's celebrate. Let's get busy. This Sunday, we rally together from 5 p.m. The usual transportation arrangements will be in place through your constituency councils. It's the ULP 25th Anniversary Rally on the tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport, an ocean of red. This Sunday, Comrades of Labor, let's get busy.
It's a wonderful feeling. A wonderful feeling.
A funeral is considered as the last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family, and loved ones. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing, and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
Welcome to the evening sports. We heard that Irvin Lewis produced a fiery batting display as West Indies made a winning start to their first T20 series against Afghanistan today. After a 3-0 success in the ODI games, the apparent wide gulf between the sides was exposed again as West Indies powered to a 30-run victory. West Indies posted 164 for 5 as Lewis fled Afghanistan for 68 from 41 deliveries before the Meadows were limited to 134 for 9 in reply. Early wickets fell at steady rate for Afghanistan before 4 fell for just 7 runs as the run rate soared. West Indies quick. Kesrick Williams returning of 3 for 17 from 4 overs. Pollard also poached 2 wickets to swing man of the match honors his way. The second and third matches in the T20 series take place on Saturday and Sunday before a one-off test which gets underway on November 27th. Cricket West Indies President Ricky Scarrett says under fire batsman Nicholas Pooran must use the ball tampering incident as a learning experience. The 24-year-old Pooran was yesterday slapped with a 4-match ban by the International Cricket Council after pleading guilty to changing the condition of the ball during West Indies' 5-wicket win in the third one-day international on Monday. Television footage showed Pooran using his thumbnail to scratch the surface of the ball, a charge to which he subsequently admitted after being reported by on-field umpires along with the third and fourth officials. In a statement issued on Wednesday, Scarrett said Pooran is a young player who has made a grave error of judgment and will suffer the penalty, noting that he is confident that the situation will be used by Pooran and all concerned in CWI as a learning experience. The ban rules Pooran out of the third match, the 3-match T20 international against Afghanistan starting next month and the first T20 international of the 3-match series against India next month. Led by a blistering maiden list 100 from Kyle Myers and steady spin bowling from rookie Joshua Bishop and the seasoned Ashley Nurse, Barbados Pride brought an end to the perfect start of host Leeward Islands Hurricanes in the Colonial Medical Insurance Super 50 Cup on Wednesday. Chasing 256 for victory, the Hurricanes ran into choppy waters on 112 for 5 in the 26th over before former captain Devon Thomas hit a resolute 50 from 85 balls and Terrence Ward made 41 from 46 balls to lead a rare guard action in a day-night group contest at Wonder Park. Thomas and Ward shared 67 for the 7-wicket before they were dismissed of successive deliveries to leave the host 179 for 7 in the 41st over, and the Hurricanes fight back, run out at steam, propelling the Pride to a morale-boosting 32-run win. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Sound the horns and rally the troops for the final home game of 2019.
Did somebody say winning streak?
We defeated Dominica. We took out Suriname. Now it's time to go for the hat-trick. Friday, November 15th, Vinci Heat will strike again as they take on Nicaragua at the Honestfield playing field. This is the final home game in the 2019 Nations League qualifiers. SVG's Vinci Heat is now at the top of their group, so we're calling all Vinci Heat fans to come out and support one of the most improved teams in the Caribbean, the Windward Islands football champions, Vinci Heat. You know the drill. Kickoff time, 3 p.m. sharp. Friday,
November 15th.
Honestfield playing field Salah as Vinci Heat takes on Nicaragua. For more info, follow us on Facebook at SVG Football Federation and Instagram at SVGFF Football. And remember, football is taking over.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. Making the most of the season. So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
Welcome back. In more sporting news now, we hear that SVG senior men's football team Vincy Heat will play their final home game in the 2019 CONCACAF Nations League tomorrow afternoon from 3 p.m. against Nicaragua at the Arnoldsville playing field. Vincy Heat are currently at the top of the table in Group D of League B, leading with 8 points. Second is Suriname with 7 points, who has a better goal difference than Nicaragua, who also has 7 points, and Dominica at the bottom without a point. Tomorrow's home game is a must-win for Vincy Heat in order for them to stay at the top of the table. The senior men will then meet Dominica in their 6th-round match on Monday, November 18th at Windsor Park, Roseau in Dominica. And James Harden was called the master of the game after his 47-point haul helped the Houston Rockets beat the Los Angeles Clippers. Former NBA Most Valuable Player Harden also added 6 rebounds and 7 assists in the 102-93 win. The Rockets were down 84-80 with under 6 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter before Harden stepped up with 17 points to turn the game on its head. The victory left the Rockets to have won 8 games and lost 3, second in the Western Conference. The Los Angeles Lakers, who beat an injured hit Golden State Warriors 120-94 at top, having won 9 matches and lost 2. LeBron James had 23 points and 12 assists in 3 quarters. Kyle Kuzma and Javel McGee dominated the middle, and the Lakers rolled past the Hubley Golden State Warriors 120-94 on Wednesday night. Kuzma scored 22 points starting for Davis, and McGee had 18 points and 17 rebounds. And that's how we end sport this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay with us.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be won. Set for Life. A brand new house. Set for Life. A brand new car. Set for Life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for Life. Did your day done set? Set for Life. December 28th. Set for Life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for Life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for Life.
Singer is your family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. Cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
It's stylicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Intentions turned out in their numbers in protest against a challenge to the country's anti-buggery laws. Grenada government and teachers union signed agreement for salary increases. New revelations from first public hearings paint damning portrait of U.S. President Donald Trump. And in sport, Lewis hits 6 sixes to give West Indies a winning start to their T20 series against Afghanistan. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Baptiste. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They pay General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
The tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport will be the venue for the biggest political party celebration in our nation's history. This Sunday, November 17th, the Unity Labour Party says, let's get busy.
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our lift up that beast.
It's a mammoth celebration of a party continuing to push steadily forward. 25 years of constant building. It's the ULP Silver Anniversary. Comrades of Labor, come out in your red and be a part of another chapter in our party's history as we busy ourselves towards the next milestone. The ULP 5th term in government. 5 in a row. Forward we go. There'll be celebratory speeches from our comrade leader, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, and other members of the party. And look out for the best in local artists from the campaign trail. And to bring the curtains down on the celebration, we welcome back the dynamic reggae recording artist, Busy Signal.
Boy, it's been a long time. We don't have no vibe like this. Reggae music again.
Comrades of Labor, come out. Let's celebrate. Let's get busy. This Sunday, we rally together from 5 p.m. The usual transportation arrangements will be in place through your constituency councils. It's the ULP 25th Anniversary Rally on the tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport, an ocean of red. This Sunday, Comrades of Labor, let's get busy.
It's a wonderful feeling. A wonderful feeling.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Courts Ready Cash is having the biggest cash loan sale of the year. Interest rate slashed by over 20% just in time for your Black Friday and Christmas shopping. Unbelievable rates and hassle-free service. It's our biggest loan sale of the year just for you. And that's not all. No security required. Get cash within 24 hours or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Dare to compare? Act now. Offer ends November 29th. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
A vast cross-section.